My dear friends, this is Dr. Pannir Selvam on behalf of Grow Bee Consultancy. I have drawn out a financial plan for the age group of 25 and 25 plus. I have divided into 5 segments. The 5 segments in full of படிச்சீங்க அப்படின்னா you can draw out the 25 years எப்போ புதுசாக ஜாப்பில் சேர்ந்து உங்களுடைய இன்கம் ஏர்ன் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கிறீங்களோ அவங்களுக்கு இது வந்து இட்ஸ் அ ப்ளூ பிரிண்ட் Bible as well as ready reckoner. That's what I could say, because we conducted a brief research among the financial planners as well as respondents. அதில் வந்தக்கூடிய இன்ஃபர்மேஷனை வச்சு உங்களுக்கு வந்து I am giving you a financial plan. So my dear youth, especially 25 and 25 little above plus, this is a financial plan for you. I'll put in segment wise. Number 1, your financial independence and financial freedom. There is no compromise. You should have 100% optimum freedom and independence, because you cannot postpone your demand and you cannot delay purchasing certain essential items. See, these are all inevitable. You will have to have the financial independence, then you can prioritize your expenditures. Every time you cannot ask your family or other people for every expenditures. So the first point is financial independence and financial freedom of the youth should be 100%. Second is you should have long-term plan. Today there is no pension, there is no any kind of future benefits like PPA gives so much of returns and everything, and risk, everything has been slowly withdrawn one after another. So you should have long-term plan. How much a percentage? Percentage could be 20 to 30%. You have to have a long-term plans. Okay. Third one is you should have savings. Saving, where it comes from? It is coming from your saving, your income. So you should have a very powerful income. That is what we have defined in our previous one of the video, that unless you earn 60,000 rupees minimum, that is not considered as income to manage a family as of today. So saving. Okay. Not only saving, you should develop a corpus. What is the difference between saving and corpus? Saving, you can disturb, you can withdraw the money or you can try to liquidate. But once it is corpus is built, you cannot withdraw. That's the money kept for your future purpose. It's defined. Okay. What are the multiplication of resources? So how will you do that? When you go for insurance risk coverage, there are the different baskets. When you invest your savings, there are different baskets. When you plan for your shares or maybe mutual funds, there are different baskets. And when you go for health insurance, there are different baskets. So you have to define, because they got a multiple resources. Are you clear now? So this is the first segment. First segment is over. Then I'll move on to the second segment. My dear friends, the second segment says, how much should I need to spend? என்னால எவ்வளவு செலவழிக்க முடியும்? Can you give me any formula? How much you can spend every month? That is very simple formula you have to follow. Income minus savings is equal to your expenditure. So you should not forget the formula. You earn the income. See, for example, you earn the income of 60,000 rupees. Minus saving about say 10%. So 6,000 rupees has gone. Okay, now 54,000 you have. So 54,000 is meant for your taxes, your essentials, utilities, long-term goals, short-term goals, if at all, if you have any EMI. So the formula could also be redefined. 50-30-20. 50% can go for your essential utilities or very important primary things in your family. 30% for your long-term goals, pension, risk coverage, privileges, something like that. Okay, and the next 30%, 50-20-30. Now the 30% will go for your entertainment, tours, picnics and other things. So this is how I think your plan has to be drawn. 50, 20, 30, and your expenditure should be always be income minus saving. So there I think the formula will work out effectively. Let us move to the third segment. My dear youth friends, your saving should always be moving towards investment. Saving should not be kept as money to be withdrawn at any time. Should be always kept as a corpus or maybe like turned into an investment. So how much should I contribute towards saving? So after your taxes, everything, the post-tax, you should contribute. The general formula is 10% of your income after meeting out your tax liability. But when I count by age-wise, suppose if you are at the age of 25, that's all. Now you have started to earn money. So you have to plan that. You have to save 3,000 rupees a month. That will go for 35 years constantly. That will give you the cumulative growth rate. Average growth rate will be 12%. So that will have the accumulation of investment, say about 1.9 crore. When you are at the age of 25, you are saving 3,000 rupees as a mandatory. That will run for 35 years. That will give you 1.9 crore, working out at the CAGR 12%. So the cumulative accumulation growth rate will work out 12% when you have a constant investment every month. Okay, when my age is now 40, so you should not continue the same 3,000 rupees. You should rise up at least 4 times more than what you saved in 25. So then it will become 12,500 rupees. So here the annual growth rate will work out at only 15%, so that you will maintain the similar savings. That savings will become an investment. Okay. Now I go for insurance. I go for keeping some money for retirement benefits, because I don't get any retirement benefits, because I want to have risk, and then I want to mitigate the risk. I need some privileges, because I'm going to live longer, because life expectancy is more and more and more. Things have become costly. Inflation is also going up. So under the situation now at the present 2021 level, when I plan for risk coverage, I should calculate, first of all, I should take into account of my annual income. For example, 60,000 rupees. So that is per year, it is 7.2 lakhs. So how much risk coverage I should go? 10 times. So 7.2 into 10 times is about 72 lakhs. So my risk coverage should go for 72 lakhs when I earn 60,000 rupees at the age of 25. Are you clear? Okay. That is, the risk coverage is over. What will be retirement? Retirement, that is very crucial, because now it's a 60, 62. But definitely we will be living 70, 75. But that life without money, without income is really horrible. You don't get respect at all. Even for a cup of coffee, you cannot stand in the queue, but you'll have to beg and you have to. People are passing the remark that is for everything, the people are really suffering, even for buying medicines and everything. So here retirement should be, similarly you take into account of your monthly income multiplied by your annual income, 7.2. So 7.2 lakhs multiplied by 30 times, it is working out about 22 lakhs. So in that way, that is, your retirement benefits, whenever you choose a basket, or whenever you choose a right type of investment criteria, when it is meant for retirement or when it is meant for your risk coverage is 10 times and retirement benefits are 30 times. So when you calculate that way, I think you will have a future perfect life, and again you don't have any risk at all. Your risk will be easily mitigated. This is as far as the saving should become an investment, then you whatever you save 10 times for your risk coverage and 30 times for retirement benefit, so that is known as investment. So you will have a very secure life, you will have very peaceful life. So this is about this third segment. So are you clear about? Now when you are very clear, then we will move on to the fourth segment. Okay. My dear friends, especially with friends, now you are in the fourth segment. Now you need comforts to travel, to take your family, or for prestige in the society. We need to buy a car. So when you buy a car, you should define that when you apply for a loan, you should pay 20% of the pre-year payment. For example, the car value is about 5 lakhs. So 20% of the value will have to be paid by you in advance. That is your initial payment. Are you clear? Then they will ask you the tenure. How many years you want to go for this loan? So don't choose more than 4 years. Don't choose more than 4 years. So that will take care of you, the other components, other savings, even when your income grows. I want to inform you that the last saving column, what we concluded that I think 3,000 rupees, again that 12,000 rupees for the other age group. But whenever this income goes up, again the proportionate growth can be put in this saving box. So don't forget that, because even if your salary is revised to 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, the proportionate increase will have to be put in your saving basket rather other items. Because so proportionately other things will also take care, because when you go for the good consumptions, or maybe like when you add the additional nutritional items, the cost will go up. So now when let us come to the car. So now you decided how much you want to pay a pre-year payment or initial payment. Then again, your tenure, that is for 4 years. Then you should also calculate your monthly EMI should not be more than 10% of your income. See, for example, when you are earning 60,000 rupees, your EMI should not go beyond 6,000 rupees. If your earning is 1 lakh, you can contribute 10,000 rupees. So this is how I think you have to calculate when you buy the car. Otherwise, you can postpone it. Okay, now I think there is a EMI calculated by the bank, 10,000, 12,000. Okay, you wait. Don't go for it. If that value of the car works out, you can also choose the car which is worth for you. See, the car is available for 6 lakhs or 10 lakhs or whatever the price. You see that the car which will afford you the comfort will expect your 10% payment and 4 years tenure with the initial payment of 20%. If that is in your bracket, you go for it. Otherwise, postpone your comforts, so that your regular things will not take you higher, more liability. You will always, your assets and liability, it will be manageable. So your asset liability match will be not deviated. It will more or less, I think, under maintained levels. So if that is clear, let us move to the final one. That's the fifth chapter. That's fifth segment. But my dear youth friends, please don't leave it without listening all the 5 segments, because 5 segments have been done after conducting empirical studies. So this somewhat it will help you. If you feel it is helping, to just keep it in your file. If it doesn't, it's up to you to decide. Okay, because we worked out very meticulously. My dear friends, I hear your mind voice. Where is house? Where is my home loan? You forget about our building. So let me come to your home loan. So when you buy the home now, presently the rate has gone down so much. RBI has revised the rate, but still you should not. You should be tailor-made to suit the needs of your income. Here also, I think your down payment can be decided by 20%. For example, when you plan for a house, that should be 4.5 or 5 times of your annual income. That is, for example, when your salary is 60,000 rupees, 7.2 is annual income. So even 5 times it is 35 lakhs. So you should dream for a house which is worth of 35 lakhs maximum. Right? When your income goes up, again your budget can go up. But now presently let us assume 60,000. So now 4.5 to 5 times. So you should not plan for 40,000, 50,000. No, you should plan only for 35,000 maximum when your income bracket is 60,000. And your down payment could be 20% as you did it for the car. And EMI, totally when you car, house, everything, that should not exceed 50% of your disposable income. Because you should not apply this and that loan, and you should not feel regret how to repay the money, and you should not be cornered. So your ultimate, the total EMI should not exceed more than 50% of your income. Okay. Sir, how much I can plan for EMI? EMI you can plan 30% of your salary. For example, 60,000, you can plan even 30%. But you should not argue with me. There are houses are very low prices, 15 or 5 lakhs, 3 lakhs, so many things. So that we'll have to study the project. If the project is good with a good construction, who is afford to lose the money? So definitely we should consider when you buy, when you invest on a building, you should apply all our criteria to choose the best one, or you can go for construction. Whatever it is, your budget should be a tailor-made thing to suit your complete requirements. So this is how I think one after another I insert this segment for your understanding. You can stop it and again read through once again. So this is the idea which I would like to throw a light to the youth population so that they don't get confused, because of late the youth wanted to be settle very fast, and they don't wait for longer things, applying their passions, things they want to get things done ready-made, and unless your expenses are well planned, you cannot cut your things according to your size. So this is the tips which I want to share with you. Go through all the segments and apply your things. And if you develop anything more than that, I think it's quite invited. Whatever your suggestion, anything if you have to modify or again refine these segments, I think always I'm expecting your comment. So please pass on to your almost all the youth, and it's all out of my experience, because I already crossed almost 35 years in the services also, reached the 60s. So whatever I learned has been shared with you, and research has also been conducted, inviting a few people who are the age of 25, also the banker and everybody, involving all the stakeholders. This conclusion has been drawn. So thanks for listening, viewers. If you are making the plan effectively, I will be the happiest person. Thank you very much.